What is going on, guys? So it's been a minute since we've done a review, and rather than bore you with the details of why I haven't done any, we are simply just going to jump into the next one. Really excited about this one. If you know anything about me, you know that I love cereal. One of my top 3 all-time favorite cereals is Lucky Charms. And so when I heard that Ghost was coming out with a Marshmallow Cereal Milk flavor, I was super excited. If you know anything about me, you know that I love Ghost supplements, whether it's their pre-workout, their aminos, even their greens taste great, their proteins are phenomenal. So I know that they're going to do a great job with this one. So I'm super excited to test it out. And we're gonna go ahead and do it the same way that we've done it with all the other reviews that I've done. And I am going to open it for the first time on camera. See, it's still sealed. And then we're gonna try it on camera. Gonna do things just slightly different today, simply because a lot of times when I do my protein, I tend to mix it with milk as opposed to water. Just kind of depends on what I'm doing. It also makes it a little bit sweeter, which helps with my sweet tooth. So we're gonna do both today. We're gonna do one with water and one with milk, and I'm gonna let you know what I think about both of them. So with that being said, I'm gonna go grab a couple shaker cups and we'll get to this taste test. All right, guys, we are back. I've got both of them here. So we're gonna start with the water. So let me go ahead and open this. We'll get it mixed and we'll see how it tastes. Oh, so that's interesting. So I kind of wondered about this because it's the same thing with like the Nutter Butter and the Chips Ahoy. I'm gonna see if it'll kind of focusing there, but I don't know if you can see it, but there are actually chunks of marshmallow in there. So yeah, I think the water is gonna be okay, but I think when I do this with the milk, it's just gonna be phenomenal. The one thing I will say though, especially like with the Nutter Butter one, it's just kind of weird getting over the fact that there's more texture in it than you're used to with a protein shake. You're used to it being just smooth. So having chunks of stuff is kind of weird at times, but it's not that bad. So here we go. So it's interesting, maybe I put a little too much water in here, but there's actually not a whole lot of flavor to it, which is kind of surprising. The chunks of marshmallow are delicious, obviously. But yeah, I can't really, like you can kind of taste the cereal milk flavor, but it's not as potent as I was expecting. But again, I might have put a little too much water in here. I mean, it's good. It's just not very strong. So let's go ahead and try the milk, see if that changes anything. I just looked on the marker on the inside, and I only put 10 ounces in each of these, so it's not really all that much that I'm normally used to using. So hopefully I just maybe didn't pay as much attention when I put the water in there and put in more. Ironically enough, there's even less flavor with the milk, probably because the milk flavor is overpowering it. But I gotta say, I'm pretty shocked that the flavor is so mild. With like the fruity cereal milk and the Nutter Butter especially, like the flavor is kind of intense and in your face. Like it's not a bad thing, but you can definitely taste it. And there's really not a whole lot to this. Let me try the water again. Okay. So there's definitely a little bit more flavor when it's mixed with the water as opposed to the milk. I think the milk in and of itself just kind of overpowers it in a sense. So what's surprising to me is I'll probably end up mixing it with water more often than I do with milk, which isn't bad because it'll save me money, because honestly the only reason I buy milk is for cereal and for protein shakes. So yeah, that's pretty interesting to me. I gotta say I'm a little bit surprised. I was expecting a little bit more in-your-face flavor with it. It's definitely not bad. It's just not as flavorful as I was expecting from what I've experienced with their other proteins. But with that being said, let's talk about the other thing that's most important to me, and that is price. So this is a 2-pound tub. This runs you about 40 bucks. You can use a 20% off discount code, which brings it right down to about 32. But that being said, this is a 5-pound tub of Optimum Whey. This is the vanilla ice cream flavor. As far as like other proteins go, this is probably the best tasting protein that I've found. This 5-pound tub is only $49 on Amazon. So that means, with some simple meathead math here, 2 of these plus shipping plus the discount runs about 80 bucks. It was like 79 something. But with the Optimum being only $50, free shipping from Amazon, so that basically means you can get a 5-pound tub of Optimum for almost half the price, and you get an additional pound of protein powder. So as far as price and cost effectiveness, Ghost is definitely not up there as being the most cost effective. But with that being said, I will say that I don't believe it is overpriced. And I definitely think that those things are separate. I think with anything in life, when you have something that's of better quality, you have the ability to charge a little bit more for it. You know, you go to McDonald's, you get a burger for $2, you go to a nice fancy restaurant, you pay $12. There's a difference because you're getting a better burger at the restaurant than you are at McDonald's. So the restaurant has that ability to charge a little bit more for essentially the same thing. So is Ghost Protein really that much better than the rest of the industry that they can warrant charging the additional amount that they charge? I don't know, maybe, probably not, but I do know that it tastes good enough that I'm willing to drop 40 bucks here and there to get a tub of it and kind of use it as my treat kind of protein shakes, and use the Optimum as more of my day-to-day, just simply because it is more cost effective. So with that being said, my overall impressions of the Marshmallow Cereal Milk is it's good. The flavor isn't as great as I was expecting. I think, like I said, the Nutter Butter and the Fruity Cereal Milk are definitely more like in-your-face flavors, and I kind of like that. So it is good enough that I would probably buy it again, but probably not ahead of the Nutter Butter or the Fruity Cereal Milk. With that being said, guys, that's the review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave it down in the comments for me. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe if you aren't already, and we will talk to you in the next one. Peace.